The generic, exciting, out there countdown. We are back Sunday night, finals week. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, Sarah and Fleur, first timers. All right.
Yes. I know, it's pretty exciting. It's your first time, Fleur.
I'm very excited. It's my first time. Bilsy virgin, pretty stoked.
Okay. I'll try and make it as comfortable as I can. It's just how it's funny. While the countdown was going on, I got like 3 or 4 messages. We must have been like 30 seconds late. Are you guys on tonight? Are you streaming? And who's on? So it's like, we've got people waiting. It is it is out there. And then the first person in the chat is Miss Gabby. G'day, Gabby. How are you?
Hello, beautiful.
Hey, Gabby. Don't be watching The Crown without me. I'm going to be really annoyed with you.
And the one.
Hello, David.
Hey, David.
They're all in. Hey, even if we just get all the season 3 guys in to watch you guys, that's more enough an audience for me. We're sweet.
Yeah, feeling the love.
They're all there.
Like tap dance or something. It'll be amazing.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, Rick.
And Rick throwing his 2
Hey,
cents
Rick.
in. Now, for those that are tuned in, welcome everybody. Obviously, I'm going to put it out, then I'll say it. You two are going to be the 2 most recognizable, no doubt characters from this season, hands down. There's no way. Maybe Scotty might come a shy close third, maybe, but used to by far. And I'm going to start with the first question I've got to ask you, and it's already happened, I guarantee it. How much times do you get noticed in public?
I went to Woolies and shop with my dad today, and this older lady, I was going to say older, but like my age, I just think I'm 21, but a woman my age comes and she goes, "Oh my God, you're Sarah from Lego Masters. I love Fleur so much. I just want to hug her. Can you ring Fleur on the phone for me now?" I'm like, no. But all the time.
It is pretty crazy.
All the time too, don't you?
I do. It's crazy. I was in town yesterday, and in Flinders Street, just in the space of 1K, I got stopped like 10 times. And it's weird because one couple came up and they were like, "Oh my God, Fleur, it's so good to see you." And I was thinking, do I know them? Oh my God, who are they? I've forgotten their names. And they were like, "Oh, we just love you on the show." And it was really, really sweet. Everyone's been amazing. And in person, people have just been beautiful. But it's really weird. It's weird.
Strange, isn't it? It is.
It's and like I said, you guys have that touch, that character. You aren't bland. You both have distinguished looks, so it's going to be for a long time as well. And we're in finals week. I mean, holy shit, top 4. You have made it this far, so it hasn't like you got 5 minutes of fame. You've got a good couple of hours of fame out there, so it's all going to happen.
When Fleur and I first started on the show, we said whatever we do, the first aim is to make it to top 4. That was all we wanted to do. It was like, so when we got through the first build, we're like, oh my God, we got through the first build. And then we get through the second build, like, oh my God, we got through the second build. And we're like, oh my God, we want to get to top 4. So that was like our main thing that we wanted to do the whole time, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
and then, oh my God, something like this happens. I'll just bring up a photo to share just so I can be like, I can use this in a good reference. Then this happens. And then surely you're like, yep, we're going to make top 4 for sure.
Look, the competition's really tough.
Yeah.
It blew our minds to win that. It was just like, you dream of being on the show, and then for that to happen, it was literally incredible. And we felt so proud of that. We knew that it would help take us further, but you never know quite how far it would take you. Rick James is amazing.
We love Rick. Is a very good-looking and intelligent man. Look, that's why.
Oh, that is
it was
funny.
awesome.
It was funny. It was funny because we discussed using the platinum brick because we were so excited having the platinum brick. But we didn't want to use it to knock anybody out. So we're like, I don't want to use it. Like, Fleur, we can't use it because everybody's our friends.
Good
so
point.
who wants to
we felt really bad.
to knock another team out? So in a way, it was a great thing, but it was a burden having it as well because you didn't want to use it to knock another team out. That sucked in a way, didn't it?
Well, that's get it, Henry.
Yeah,
that's
but then it's killed, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you know, it's not maths. You generally go in and everyone is friendly and you know it is all awesome. It's not like, you know, stuff this bitch and go, you know, like it's proper friendship.
Oh, I totally said that about everybody. No, I didn't really.
100%. No, but and especially when we did have to use it. I mean, obviously we didn't have a choice because we didn't have a build. But you know,
that was
we
totally
had
intentional, by the way. That all happening was totally intentional, wasn't it?
It was terrible. Yeah, at the time it was heartbreaking, and to know that it was sending two of our very closest friends, Gabby and Ryan, home, we felt like shit. You know, we felt terrible. Yeah.
And Gabby's laughing out loud.
Yeah, absolutely.
Evil. So let's talk about that first episode when you know you obviously you got the platinum. They call it the platinum brick this year, didn't they? Yeah, the platinum brick.
Yeah.
So you know. Before you even get the challenge, you walk in. It's all exciting, you know, the Hamish and the challenge, and you're going to build this. I think that was the stop in the tracks build. Then all of a sudden, it's like, all right, you now have 17 hours to build something. It's like, what went through your guys' heads? You know, the first, what was this? Is it real? What do we do? What do we? You know what I mean?
You know, Sarah and I.
Yeah.
We had we only met on the show. We were paired together. We didn't know each other. So we had a couple of chats on Zoom, and we talked about different things that we would love to build. And one of the ideas that we came up with was a geisha temple. And so when we saw that and knew that it was a free build and we had a lot of time, we were like, oh my God, a geisha would work here. So we were really immediately connected to it, and we felt like, you know, it was ambitious, but let's give it a shot. Yeah, we loved the long builds.
So that was your like draw card, and you pulled it out first episode.
Well, it was, you know, we talked about wanting to do a geisha, and the whole discussion was, there's no way we're ever going to be able to get a build where we're going to be able to do this. And when he said it was a free build, we're like, free build, and basically that's what we did because that's what we wanted to do, and I think that's why it worked out so well.
Well,
yeah,
you won the platinum brick, so
yeah, it's amazing.
You also set it in stone right from episode one. I mean, you were saying before how you felt lucky to get from build to build to build, but right from episode one, you showed everybody, like, you know, don't mess with us.
Yeah,
we're competition, so good on you.
But you know, you walk in there and have a look at you walk in there and have a look at all the other builders, and you go, how am I ever going to compare to any of these guys? Because some of these guys we know in Lego groups and things like that, we're familiar with them, and we're like, oh my God, so here we are. So winning the first one was like, hey, we're supposed to be here. This is okay. We can compete. I think that was a good thing for us.
But you know, you do fair enough. You know, you say that, and it does. I guess, you know, it gives the whole, oh my God, look everyone else out here. But think about it in the flip side of it. You won the first one, so the other 7 teams, like, holy shit, these mums, you know, they're the under. We got to watch them. They're thinking that about you guys, not you worrying about everyone else.
Yeah, I reckon. I'm glad
you said something wrong.
I'm just glad they didn't have to see us in bikinis, because we would have to pay for so much counselling if that ever happened. Honestly, there would be so much PTSD from Lego Masters, it wouldn't be funny.
Oh, that is great. That is amazing. All right, let's keep bouncing down. I got a few questions. I just want to go through a couple of the episodes because we haven't had you guys on as, you know, back and forward chats. Second one, castles and cannonballs. Obviously, the smash 'em up episode.
Bloody Spartan.
I hate Spartans. Also,
oh my God. I was just like, please not the Spartan. Please not the Spartan. Of course it was the Spartan. So frustrating.
It's all Fleur's fault because she didn't want the Spartan, and that's what we got. We got the Spartan. So it was all Fleur's fault.
You know what, though? It was brilliant TV. It was like the best build-up and letdown ever.
It played well, yeah, and trying not to get it, and then bang, got it, and then your FaceTime call, and then bang, cut off. It was very entertaining.
We were sitting there going, okay, we don't know anything about Spartans, but what do Spartans live in? What do Spartans live in? Like, they live on the ground in the desert? What's a Spartan castle? No idea.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they have like little camps and stuff, they don't really have castles. So I was just like, let's just build something and pack it with bricks and horses and see how we go. But I mean, there were some awesome builds that episode, and the guys with their castle winning it with all the heads, that was epic. It was so deserving. Yeah, it also got a perfect bowl, but we won't talk about that.
You know, we decided to build the big Spartan in front of it because I shoved horses and chickens in its stomach. So I was hoping that the ball would hit it and like horses and chickens would go flying out of his stomach and his legs and arms would fly off. Totally didn't happen. Would have been.
But isn't it funny? Like when you do go to build for that, you want the splash, this explosion, the color. Everyone just goes, let's just fill it with everything. And for them heads, just the one color explosion actually works better than what a multicolor.
It did.
Insane,
That's right.
Yeah,
I think it was because their build was monetized grey,
awesome.
and you had the yellow.
My internet's a bit patchy, so if I drop out, I apologize.
That's right. You can keep trying and coming back. We've got still another good 20 minutes worth of testing, I guess. Hey, my mic's down to break and go crazy like normal anyway, so we're good. We're good. All right, next episode, the snow globe. You guys made the dancer, the ballerina.
That's right. Yep.
This would, and I think I said this to Bill or when
More tech issues on the way. Microphone's gone again. Happens at least once a week.
Yeah. At least you do it on target every week and it's regular, so that's fine.
And I literally jinxed myself.
Really?
Anyway, so you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay,
gotcha.
cool.
Yeah.
I was just saying, so the next episode, moving into obviously the snow globe, and you had the ballerina. This is a display to take to a Lego show. Like how good's that? To go to the conventions and the different Lego shows and Brickvention, down in Melbourne and that, like freaking amazing. And then I think wasn't that the same episode? You guys something was was it the movement? They kept you were like learning the movement, or the movement wasn't right, or the gearing wasn't good, or something on that one.
Yeah.
It was my first time gearing something down. So I was gearing down with a worm drive, trying to get it to have the right speed of the spin, and it worked, which was awesome. But the only thing that we would change about this build is we put the foot on the right way.
It's the wrong way round. But I think we were so desperate to get it right and finish that it was like, that'll do. It's going round.
Yeah, you were like, oh,
fine.
Yeah.
How long did it take you? How long did it take you guys to realize that no matter how quiet you talk and if you stuff up, they hear and they pick everything?
Everything,
I forgot I was wearing a mic, so stuff came out of my mouth that I wouldn't even say in front of my mother. And I'm like, oh, and Fleur and I were like doing all these really bad mum jokes with each other, and they were shocking. And some of the stuff they've actually put on the episode is an episode coming up is some of the stuff that we thought would never make it. Because we were talking like that the whole time.
And then not even just that, like, isn't it funny where it's like, oh, I shouldn't have put that brick there. All of a sudden there's 10 cameras in front of you. What brick did you do wrong?
Yes.
Like you know what I mean? Like they're not stupid. They know when to find and pick the drama, even when you think you're whispering under your breath.
Yeah. It's like when something's going wrong, like in our first build when their face fell off the geisha, and then everybody in the entire room then comes running over, and I'm like this, and they're all looking at me, and I'm going, could you stop looking at me? Like I cannot concentrate. And you're like, ah.
But it doesn't take long to get used to the cameras around, huh?
Oh, totally. And they're such good guys. Like, it's such amazing camera crew. They make you feel really comfortable. It's only like when something really dramatic happens and they're in your face that you're kind of aware of them. And I forgot there were cameras in the brick pit. That's where I always forgot. I would go in there and I would swear, and then I'd be like, oh, oops, forgot about cameras in here. But yeah.
So we had microphones. We had microphones on toilet breaks, and I was so paranoid about that because I'd be like, "You guys don't listen to us when we go to toilet breaks, do you?" I'm like, "Oh," so I'd be in my toilet break going la 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 la,
just to mask the sound.
I would talk to them. I would literally be like to my producer and the camera, "Oh, sorry that you're having to listen to me. Sorry, I'll be quick." I was
that
just
is
like,
funny.
if they're gonna listen, they might as well have a conversation.
Who knew what
I
they were
remember.
listening
I
to?
remember. I think it was Nigel's headset. I took one of them. Anyway, the ones that they hear, it's on a 10-second loop. So it'll be like,
Yeah.
say, 10 seconds Sarah and Fleur, 10 seconds, Atlanta, at 10 seconds to Dave and Gus. They don't control it. They hear
Yeah.
bits and pieces to try see
Yeah.
who's got the spicier. Where should the cameras go?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know that.
Talking about, like, I guess, editing and things like that. Up until now, how do you guys feel that you have been edited and cut in and how you look?
Some of the stuff that made it on the show, I didn't think would make it on the show, and some of the stuff I thought would make it on the show didn't.
So Sarah would be referencing Queen of Bush there, I think. Kind of.
Because apparently I'm the Queen of Bush, and I didn't even know about it, and I haven't got a crown, and I haven't got a scepter, and nobody's giving me Jack. I'm telling you.
I think, in seriousness though, I think both of us went into this with very much, we're going to just be ourselves.
Yeah.
And what you see is what you get. And when we're happy and excited, we'll jump up and down. And when we're sad, I mean, I'll cry. And I don't have any issue with the edit at all because I own everything that came out of my mouth. I think there are some episodes where I feel like we've been in it more than we might have thought we were going to be in it. But in general, the edit is just who we are. So
Exactly.
yeah, can't complain about it.
I guess
that's a
we're always
compliment
up
to
for
the
it.
editors, if anything.
They've done an amazing job. They've done a really amazing job. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the best thing about and you can tell when people are being genuine or they're doing a fake laugh or putting it on for the camera. And over the 3 seasons, I can definitely pick out a couple that have pushed themselves that aren't really like that.
Yeah.
Not saying me, but I mean I'm sure I tried to be better than cooler than I was.
I was just disappointed they didn't get any of my really bad dancing and tap dancing in because none of that made the show, and I was really disappointed.
It's funny. I had someone message me and said, "Oh, I just want to know if you're an actress and it was a troll. And you're an actress and you have an agent." And I was like, "No, I'm just weird. That's just me." Like, I'm not acting.
I love that.
I'm just me. And they were like, "Oh, I read you wrong. I feel a bit bad now." I'm like, "So you should."
Oh, there you go. And that's that. When we talk a little bit about that off air, the trolls are going to come with if it's a Lego show, if it's MasterChef, if it's maths, if it's all that kind of stuff, and obviously with the whole platinum brick thing that happened, and everyone's seen it. It was public more than anything, so we don't want to can imagine what happened in the DMs. But you guys are at least smart enough to just wash it off. Just pissed off. It's kind of it's and all strength to you. And you haven't really milked that side of it, but like I said, because I think as well, because you guys are such characters and you were yourselves clearly, you're gonna get everyone's gonna know you, no doubt about it. Season 3 is gonna be, it doesn't matter who wins, whatever happens, it's gonna be that one. Same as Kale. You know what I mean? Kale was the it from our season, so everyone's gonna kind of remember Kale. It's the characters that, and you milk that shit till it dies. I would.
And you two were entertaining right from the start. Especially and your humor, Sarah. Oh my god! I see stuff on Facebook all the time, and I literally burst out laughing out loud.
It is.
Yeah, she's great. She's very funny.
I reckon the whole filming, I was like cracking jokes the entire time. So this is when they edited it, I'm like, oh God, what are they going to put on there? But it's pretty good. I figured that we just got trolled because we were so good looking.
Probably.
I mean, I found it funny that the first thing they use is the edit that as soon as Kale walks in on his episode, all you hear is his snack size. I'm like, yes, that is the funniest ever.
Can I tell you, when they actually played that, I did not remember even saying that, and I've gone, oh, did I say that? Because then when I was doing the witch face, and I said in the IV, I said, oh, I've baked this off my mother. I got finished the episode and I've rung and I've gone, I'm so sorry. She's gone, it's all right. I just stuck my finger up at the TV. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
That is the best. It is so good. Let's talk about that episode, because up to this moment, that moment has been one of probably the best clinches / oh my god / build-ups to letdowns by far none. Like that's almost, that's better than a Stephen Bradbury finish, really. So going by the crash, the sign was sick. Like, it was a wicked idea, and there's no doubt about that. I guess, first question: what made it fall over? How did it fall over? Like, what was it that made it
Center
fall
of gravity, I think. It's center of gravity. And the higher up it got as well. Like, we were doing plate on plate, and even Brickman was saying you're doing the right technique, it's all good, but we weren't like super confident with how the top of it would sit across to make it go as a diamond rather than a square. And I think the center of gravity was even slightly out. It just didn't work. It just toppled. And it was annoying because we had signs on both sides, and on the other side it was perfect. The crosswalk was perfect. But the second one, I was trying to do it on an angle because Sarah was trying to get the Technic frame sorted, and I just knew it was going to be wrong. And I kept saying that it's going to be wrong, and it was. And I kind of feel like, damn it, if we'd turned it around and had the right side facing, maybe we would have got away with it and not touched it. But it was what it was,
Yeah.
And that could have been one of their moments, like I said, they've heard you talk to each other going, oh, crap, it's an angle and it looks wrong. So they've milked it. They've used that. They've come back like, hey, this is, if you kept that quiet, they might not have noticed. And you could have turned it around.
Maybe. Oh, my God. And it was so, because we did that build all in one day, the 8 hours straight. It was exhausted. We were so tired. And so, like, emotionally, you just shot. And then the cameras are just like, whoom, in the last 15 minutes, because we had these 2 builds. Like, it was just, Hamish was amazing. Brickman was amazing. They're like, come on, you can do it. And then it crashed on my head. I didn't even realize. I didn't even feel it. The next day I had bruising. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
But it was
trying to put it up, though, and the whole camera crew, like, everybody was there. And they're like this, and sort of when it fell down, Fleur was really upset, and I'm basically like, oh, stuff it all. What else could go wrong? It's on the floor. That's it.
Yeah. And then I was crying heaps, and all the cameras in my face. I'm like, can I just have like a couple of minutes? No, let's talk about it now. And then the funniest thing though is then we just assumed that we would not have to do any judging, and then he's like, now let's do judging. And we're like. And they're like, stand next to your build. And we're like, what part of it? Because it's spread across about 3 meters.
Fleur and I are saying, should we lie on the floor and hug the build?
It's so embarrassing.
Didn't Kale lay down anyway to measure it? Yeah.
The build was
it was pretty mortifying, but they were really sweet in their feedback, and they didn't knock us while we were down, literally down.
Oh,
I think we would have lost it.
Luckily, obviously, the platinum brick saved you and stuff like that, but you couldn't script right how perfect that ending was. Like, I know it sucks if you left and got eliminated, then fair enough, it'd be on a different. But that was just like, yes, amazing. I bet you the producers were punching in the air. Like, I bet you, like, for TV.
I think they were. They were like, it's okay. They've got the brick. This is great.
It was almost like a Rocky film with the highs and the lows, and then the ultimate ending. Like
we had the conversation that we're like, our build is crap, but I bet it's great television though, Fleur. How good is that episode going to be? And it was. Exactly.
Yeah.
It'll be a point where that will be a lot of like, people talk to you about when they come up, oh, I loved you on the show, and oh, when that sign fell over, that's going to be your repetitive go-to. You know what I mean? Like for me,
definitely.
it was my like your night tonight. I bet you don't build dinosaurs anymore. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah, no, it has. People have mentioned it a fair bit in public, but I think in a way, it's when these kind of things happen, it shows you that we're just all human, and all of us have had builds that have fallen over, just not necessarily on national television. So
exactly right.
Yay us.
And Gabby, I didn't like the ending, no.
No, we hated it, Gabby. It was devastating.
So
but you came back.
until a night later, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
it was shocking until a night later, and it was all good.
Yeah.
Look, we were kind of okay. We're going to use the platinum brick, but every season people come back, don't they? Every season. So what's the chance we use the platinum brick?
No,
and
they didn't
back?
in season 1. No.
Oh, they did in season 2. Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, technically, actually, here's some background info. Technically, Guyana and Danushi come back in part of an episode, but they didn't air it.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How interesting.
Gabby, I genuinely want one of those signs. There you go. Start making them.
This could be Fleur Cottage business. This one, the sign making.
Custom sign making.
Yeah.
Not just a miniature crossing, it has to be custom signs.
Custom signs. If you're going to do a business, you should be doing monochrome flowers. They were epic.
Thank you so much. That was really it was our favorite build to date. It was so nice. It was just the one time where I went into the brick pit and I was like, I'm going to indulge myself and stay in here for an hour and look at every grey element and get inspired by it. And I loved it so much. It was really fulfilling.
You know, Fleur's gone so long in the brick pit that I actually thought she left.
I was gone for, I never spent time in the brick pit. I was there for ages. Yeah. It was such a nice challenge to build monochrome flowers. I loved it.
Well, I've never even seen some of the flowers you design. Like, did you just come up with that there and then, or have you had these?
All of them. No, I've never built grayscale flowers before. It was just looking at what pieces had floral attributes to me. So like the skirts and the minifigs were perfect, and I loved it. It was really fun.
And then isn't it funny, all of a sudden Lego then brings out, flowers as sets.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Conspiracy.
You should get a commission.
I'm just going through the angles of it now.
Yeah.
It was wicked. And then even getting this, the watering can up and looking good, like, mate, there was a deserved build. That was a wicked build.
Watering can. Fleur goes, oh, you can do the watering can. I'm like, yeah, I could do the watering can. I'm like, no idea how to do the watering can, but I'm not going to tell Fleur that because I'm going to be confident about it. So I'm like, yeah, I could do the watering can, but it was all about like counterbalance and everything, and I had to pull plates off and put plates on, and it was actually really, really, really challenging for me. So I'm so glad that Fleur was doing the flowers because I found it really hard.
Didn't reversing back, didn't you have a few hiccups with the chainsaw? The plates and the from then to like, what a difference. Totally like, your skills just went through the roof.
Fleur and I had never really done, honestly, I can talk to, we'd never done technical Lego before we got on the show. And for me, it was kind of like, oh God, these guys all know how to use technical Lego. So I've got to start practicing this, you see. So kind of from the half and half build, here's little me, I got some Technic sets and I'm starting to put stuff together and working out how to actually do it. And that's why the skills kind of improved from episode to episode from there, because I thought, oh God, I've got to learn how to do it.
All you need to do now is learn how to gear up for your race cars.
Oh my! When we saw that, I was like, please be Grease or something musical themed or chess or anything except a race car. And there's the race car. It was so bad, mate. It was so bad.
But we decided.
All right, we have to literally stop it there because the episode is about to start. Ladies, thank you very much for coming on. We're going to get you back. Like, we didn't run out of things to talk about, so we're going to have you back for sure. People, get on there. Lego Masters tonight. They are to the final four. The final season starts tonight. Big tree.
Thank you.
Make sure you also go and follow
you guys.
on Instagram, and we'll see you all tomorrow night.
Thank you so much, guys. See you later.